Welcome to the AP Precalculus course by Mathic Quest. Today, we will be solving questions based on 1.3, Rates of Change in Linear and Quadratic Functions. You can download this quick revision sheet from the description below. Question 1. What is the average rate of change for the function on given intervals? Y equals 3x minus 2 when x is greater than or equal to negative 8 and less than or equal to negative 1. Now we know that the average rate of change is nothing but the slope. And as you can see, this is a linear function, which is already written in the slope-intercept form. That means the coefficient of x is the slope of this function. But if you want to show your work, you can take x1 as negative 8 and x2 as negative 1. When x1 is negative 8, y1 is 3 times negative 8 minus 2, that's negative 26. And when x2 is negative 1, y2 is 3 times negative 1 minus 2, so that's negative 5. Now the average rate of change is given by y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Substituting the values, we get negative 5 minus negative 26 over negative 1 minus negative 8. So the average rate of change here is 3. Question 2. What is the average rate of change for the function on given intervals? Y equals x squared plus 2x minus 1 when x is greater than or equal to 2 and less than or equal to 5. Now this is a quadratic function. That means we cannot tell the slope directly just by looking at the equation. So let's take x1 as 2 and x2 as 5. When x1 is 2, y1 equals 2 squared plus 2 times 2 minus 1. That is 4 plus 4 minus 1, which is equal to 7. And when x2 equals 5, we get y2 equals 5 squared plus 2 times 5 minus 1. That's 25 plus 10 minus 1, which is equal to 34. Substituting these values in the average rate of change formula, we get 34 minus 7 over 5 minus 2, and that's equal to 9. Question 3. What is the rate of change of average rate of change for the function on given intervals? Y equals 2x minus 1, where x is greater than or equal to 3 and less than or equal to 7. Here, the highest power of x is 1. That means the function is clearly a linear function. And we know that for a linear function, the rate of change of average rate of change is always 0. Question 4. What is the rate of change of average rate of change for the function on given intervals? Y equals negative x squared plus 4x minus 7 when x is greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 10. Here, the highest power of x is 2. That means the function is quadratic. So we will have to find the second difference from table. The x values are from 1 to 10. Now when x is 1, we get negative 1 squared. That's 1. Plus 4 times 1 is 4, minus 7. So that's negative 4. When x is 2, we get negative 2 squared. That's 4, plus 4 times 2 is 8, minus 7. So that's negative 3. You can pause the video here and complete the rest of the table. Alright, now let's find the first difference. Negative 3 minus negative 4 is 1. Negative 4 minus negative 3 is negative 1. Here it's negative 3, negative 5, negative 7, negative 9, -11, -13, and -15. Now, using these first differences, we will try to find the second difference. -1 minus 1 is -2. -3 minus -1 is -2, and so on. So here, since the second difference is -2, we can say that the rate of change of average rate of change is also -2. If it's a multiple choice question, you can directly use the formula 2a. A is the coefficient of x squared, so that's -1, and 2 times -1 will give you -2. Question 5. The values of a function f are given at selected x values in the table below. Determine if the function is concave up or concave down. To determine concavity, we have to look at the sign of second difference. Here, 21 minus 14 equals 7, 26 minus 21 equals 5, 29 minus 26 equals 3, and 30 minus 29 equals 1. That's our first difference. And then 5 minus 7 equals -2, 3 minus 5 equals -2, and 1 minus 3 equals -2. Since the second difference is negative, the graph is concave down. Question 6. The average rate of change of a quadratic function is 2 when x is greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 5. And the average rate of change is 8 when x is greater than or equal to 5 and less than or equal to 9. What is the average rate of change of function f when x is greater than or equal to 17 and less than or equal to 21? Alright, since the function is quadratic, we start by making a table. The first interval is from 1 to 5. That means it's increasing by 4. So we can complete the rest of this row by simply adding 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 plus 4 is 17. And 17 plus 4 is 21. Here we don't know what the values of y are, so let's just write f of 1, f of 5, f of 9, f of 13, f of 17, and f of 21. Alright, now it's given that on the interval 1 to 5, the rate of change is 2. That means the first difference is 2. And on the interval 5 to 9, it's 8. The rest of the first differences are missing. But using these two values, we can find the second difference. 8 minus 2 is 6. Now because the function is quadratic, we know that the second difference is constant. So all these values are 6. Now using this, we can fill up the missing information. 8 plus 6 equals 14. 14 plus 6 equals 20. And 20 plus 6 equals 26. That means the average rate of change on the interval 17 to 21 is 26.